All right, how's it going? This is part two of my diabetic story. Okay, so I was diagnosed with diabetes in 2007. I was feeling really bad and went to the doctor and just chronically high blood sugar. It was in the 20s where it should be, between 4 and 6. So it was 4 times the normal level, and he reckoned I was on the verge of either going into a coma or possibly having a heart attack. And everything was through the roof, blood pressure, everything. Tough time. So I was admitted to Wexford Hospital, and they took me into accident and emergency. Took all day, of course, but eventually the diabetic team met me, and they put me in a ward, and they started giving me insulin shots, and every 4 hours to get down the blood sugar. And I was there a week, so it took a week of insulin shots to get down the blood sugar. And slowly it started coming down, and then I was meeting the diabetic people, and they were setting me up with tablets and a glucometer, and showed me how to check my blood sugar and all that kind of thing, and met the dietitian, and she said, stay off the desserts and that. But it wasn't all about staying off carbs at that time. Still having bread and potatoes, and the food I was getting in the hospital while I was there for a week was some sugary stuff in that. So that was so I got out after a week, went home. Now was facing life as a type 2 diabetic, right? So wasn't too bad at first. I behaved myself, and I stayed off the desserts and stuff. So at that time, when you're a new diabetic, it's easier to keep your sugar down. When you've just been diagnosed. As the time goes on, it becomes harder to get your sugar down because you just do more damage to your system. So then, time started slipping by, and the bad habits crept back in, and the blood sugars kept going back up. And, I'd got them down low, but then we were back to 10 and 11 and 14 and 15, and maybe back up to even 19 on occasion. So back to chronically high, really. And I was ignoring it. I was back eating all the crap. From 2008, 9, 2010, 11, and now at the same time around 2010 or 11, I got into the gym work, and I think that saved me. I was doing a lot of working out, but at the same time I was eating really bad, and I continued that way for a good few years. So built up a bit of muscle in that and got fitter, but still at the same time my diet was incredibly bad. My blood sugars were incredibly high, right? So anyway, I'd go and see the diabetic doctor, and I'd try and behave myself, get the sugar down a bit, and then I'd go to shit again afterwards, and I'd let the sugar go back up. And you go through a cycle of that. You'd be seeing them once a year, and you'd be trying to get the sugar down, and you go through phases where you'd be good and sugar would go down a bit, and then go through phases where I wouldn't check the blood sugar for months, like. So anyway, life just slipped on like that, in that rut of eating really bad. I'd moved into Enniscorthy here. I was up to Lidl and Aldi and filling the bag up with all sorts of old chocolate and junk and tubs of cheap ice cream. And they're just lethal, right? And, bags of jellies and cans of beer and 6 packs of crisps and, just non-stop. Anyway, so, not to keep dragging on, right? 2016, anyway, I had been getting my eyes checked. You get that done every year when you're a diabetic. You get this eye check to make sure there's no retinal damage caused by the high blood sugar. And I got mine checked anyway, and I had been getting them checked for years. They were fine. But then it was late 16, they discovered there was a leak in the back of my right eye, okay? And so down to Waterford Hospital, to the eye department down there, and that was a real shocker, because I met some long-term diabetics in there now, people in their 50s and 60s mostly, who had gone blind in one or both eyes, mainly due to being overweight and and ignoring their diabetes. But not all of them. I mean, some of them were slimmer people, but still they'd lost their sight, like, and in some cases their sight went very fast. And that was a real shocker to me, And so I tried to, after that, get my active gear, and I did get the sugar down a bit into 2017, and improved things a bit. And so I had to go back for regular eye checks, and then the eye healed up, which was great. As far as I know, it's still healed up. Now, it didn't, the damage I had done to the back of the eye didn't affect the vision, But having said that, if you are type 2 diabetic, you'll tend to be that bit short-sighted anyway. Because my eyesight's not bad, but it's not, obviously not great because I'm wearing glasses. Anyway, moving on from there, so into 2017, we had a good bit of a family upset and some crisis in the family, and one thing and another, and I wasn't looking after myself, and I went through another bad patch of pigging out and eating lots of sugar and stuff. And one day I really wasn't feeling well, but I had to go to the local GP just to get a form filled in, a driving insurance form, and it was a locum on, a foreign doctor, and he just checked my blood pressure, and it was through the roof. It was absolutely chronic, so he sent me down to Wexford Hospital straight away, and I was in there for the day and managed to lower my blood pressure throughout the day with high medication. So after that, then I was put on more blood pressure medication for long term, right? And so that was a scare. After that, then I did get my acting gear. I discovered Dr. Berg on YouTube, and he's fantastic. His videos are great, all about eating low carb and fasting, and how important it is to have a good long fast, 14, 16 hours, okay? And then maybe have 2 meals a day, or even 1 meal a day some days, or a 1 meal and a snack. So some days, like, I get up now and I won't have anything till 2 p.m. Say I get up at 8, half 8, 9, and I might have a protein shake at 2 p.m. with some raw eggs in it just to bulk it up. And then I'll go to the gym and I'll have a good workout, and then I'll have a bit of low carb dinner, I'll have a steak and vegetables, something like that. And I don't eat much more than that. Now, but that varies, like, it's not always typical, like, I mean, other days I'll go out for a fasted walk, and then I'll have, I'll have a bit of lunch and then a bit of dinner later that night. But anyway, so another problem I've had with the diabetes is it causes anxiety. All the tablets, blood pressure tablets, and the diabetic tablets, combination of them causes anxiety, and it affects your sleep. That's the way it's affecting me anyway. And my sleep is very bad now, and my concentration can be patchy as well. And I have to take some sleeping medication, and I don't like taking them, but if I don't take them, I just don't sleep. If I do take them, I usually do fall asleep, even though it's not a great sleep. It's better than no sleep. So I've lost weight since I started on the regime in summer 2017. I'm down about 4 stone, 25 kilos, or 55 pounds or something. And I'm feeling a lot better, and I eat so little now compared to what I used to eat, because really, I mean, people who used to eat, I remember years ago hearing of people who had 3 meals a day, like I said this in the other video, and I used to think, geez, how could you do that? And now I'm often only eating 2 meals a day, and drinking loads of water and stuff, I drink very little now. I'm not able to. If I go out to the pub now, because I have so little carbs in my stomach to absorb the alcohol, if I have 3 or 4 pints, it goes to my head, and I'm not able for it, now I used to be able to drink 10 pints no problem in my bad days, when I was eating really bad and I had that soakage in my stomach, Anyway, look, thanks for watching, and we're nearly 10 minutes into this, and I know people just don't have time to do anything anymore, but if you've watched this video till now, well, I appreciate it, okay? And if you're on YouTube here, please like and subscribe, because I plan to post plenty more stuff about, about diabetes, about health, about nutrition, 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 not just health, but other things that I feel like discussing, you know. And so anyway, that's the story. And my health is not great. It's you know, it's a bit better than it was, but I just still have a lot of issues going on, you know. So if you are a diabetic, I advise you, look up Dr. Berg's videos, okay? I'll link one of them below, and get onto that program, because if you're in your 40s or 50s or 60s, whatever, and you're overweight and you're taking in a lot of sugar, even if you're not showing up in the system as being a full diabetic, you've got that insulin resistance, and it's going to cause you problems. You just need to cut out the junk. And in food today, particularly all the processed food, there's just so much hidden sugar in it, and the other thing is cheap corn fructose. That's another thing. It's a cheap sugar substitute. That's in all the food, and particularly in all the desserts and the ice creams and the chocolate bars, and especially the old stuff you buy up in Lidl and Aldi, you know. So anyway, there you go. Thanks.